The Christmas countdown is underway. So this week, we're road testing Christmas to see how to save money on the biggest and most expensive meal of the year.
We spend far too much over Christmas.
Just love eating, don't we?
My challenge, to serve up a show-stopping centrepiece to wow the relatives.
You're making your own mouth water.
It's delicious. For less than a fiver a head.
Let's hope they like onions.
Matt has the food in hand.
It actually feels quite nice.
Strangely therapeutic.
And I have the drinks.
Did someone say open a bottle of wine?
On a £5 bottle of wine, 37p spent on the wine itself.
Extraordinary.
And as it's Christmas, we're taste testing mince pies.
Quite hard to talk when there's a mince pie in your mouth, isn't it?
And then you've got this malt. But that is absolutely lovely.
This is Save Money, Good Food. This is the Hooper family from Scarborough. Dad David, Mum Helen, and their 4 children, Holly, Grace, Millie, and Harry. And they love Christmas.
I like sitting round near the fireplace and opening all the presents. You see all the decorations around you and it just looks really nice.
But as we know, Christmas comes at a cost.
We spend £75 each on food for Christmas Day alone, and a further £90 on hosting parties.
We spend far too much over Christmas. On Boxing Day we have up to about 30, don't we, normally? We tend to buy in lots of party food, cheese, loads of cheese, don't we?
Gets thrown
Which
out.
ends up getting thrown out.
Yeah.
This family always hosts, so they need to save money while still cooking up a Christmas spectacular.
My cooking is terrible. I always tend to burn things, don't I, all the time?
No, he's slightly overcooked, but not burnt. Hence, we want chefs to come round and sort us out.
Step in, Matt.
Oh, Christmas.
We're here to make a Christmas banquet for the whole family, but as they love a party, first we're going to have a route through their kitchen to see if we can rustle up some party food to welcome them home.
And because it's Christmas, we've brought along some festive essentials to help get the party started.
Oh, it's beginning to feel a lot like Christmas in here.
Isn't it?
They need some crackers
Love Christmas.
for the Christmas table.
Of course.
So I brought those.
And I brought a big sack of goodies in my Santa sack here. Now these are things that people have kicking around and
Yeah.
they don't often know what to do with. So you can make mince pies, obviously, but when you get bored of those, little mince pie ice cream. That ripple through some ice cream. Right, puff pastry. That will make good use of leftovers. Cranberry sauce.
Of course.
Christmas isn't Christmas without cranberry sauce.
It isn't.
Look, bag of chestnuts.
Ooh,
That's
lovely.
Christmassy, isn't it? Got you something.
Oh,
Christmas and all.
did you?
To the bin. Do you want to try them on, see if they're your size?
You spoil me.
Don't I?
Right, I feel ready for a festive rummage through the bin.
Really?
Here we go.
Let's rummage. Right.
Some lovely chocolates, mini cakes,
Ooh.
some pain au chocolat, sweet tooth,
Yeah.
but there's a few thrown away in here as
Okay.
well. Brilliant. Where
Right,
next?
Cupboards. Nice little cheesy biscuits. These are always handy. We've got people coming over.
These are delicious, but actually, there's not many in that packet. are
No,
there?
there's not.
Chocolate fingers up there, cheese
Fingers,
biscuits.
more cheese biscuits. This is a family that likes cheese.
And party food, because they love entertaining. So they're going to need some good value alternatives to the packets of prepared food.
Yeah.
Shall we have a look at the fridge?
Cheese. They love their cheese.
I'll hold if you pass.
Do you like cheese?
I love it. Wensleydale with cranberries.
Like that.
Halloumi.
Camemberts.
Oh, that's nice, camembert.
Lump of parmesan.
Yeah.
Can you keep going?
Yes, please.
There you go, there's a bit of cheddar, there's some Emmental, Wensleydale with apricots in there.
Goodness.
There's a bit more cheddar.
Okay.
You little cheese monkey.
Have you got some ideas about how to help them use up all this cheese?
Well, I like the look of those camemberts.
Yes.
There's a nice steak. For one. Not worried about dairy here, are they? And there's lots of hams.
Do you think you could relieve me of this cheese?
This is all the kind of stuff that loads of us have lying around at Christmas, and it could go a lot further.
Can you help them save money on their party food by creating something that's got that sense of celebration and luxury?
Absolutely, there's got so many ingredients in there.
Happy Christmas, Chef Tebbutt. Should we get cooking?
Yes!
We're starting our Save Money Christmas feast with party food.
I'm making 3 show-stopping party canapes. A ham and onion tart, rolled steak bites, and bake-in-the-box camembert.
perfect party food. And you're making all of these ingredients that they've already got work harder at Christmas. Let's get cooking.
Let's get cooking. So I'm starting by making a really simple Alsace onion tart. We've got our puff pastry that I brought along in my sack. We've got the Parma ham. There's some creme fraiche here, which was in the fridge, and a red onion. To stop the pastry getting stuck, I'm turning the baking tray upside down. I'm also pricking the centre of the pastry.
Why are you pricking it?
Because the border will puff up and the inside will stay a little bit lower. Spread the creme fraiche across the pastry. It'll add a little sour note to counteract the ham. Sprinkle on chopped onions.
Let's hope they like onions. There's something lovely about making your own Christmas party food that gets you in the mood for Christmas.
Or watching somebody else make it.
I offered to chop an onion.
Finally, layer on some Parma ham, or you could use bacon to save money.
Will you let me put a piece on?
No. Okay, that's it. Ready to go in the oven. High oven, about sort of 190. Keep an eye on it about sort of 20 minutes. The whole tart costs £3.03 for around 20 portions.
Now you're going to transform their lovely camembert into something even more delicious.
This is so good.
You're making your own mouth water.
It's delicious. Take it out of the plastic and put it back in the box and stud it with garlic and thyme.
It takes a little bit of time.
But it looks a little bit more special when it comes out the oven. And people will go, "Ooh, where did you buy that?" And you go, "No, I didn't buy this. I made it myself." Please, can we cut that out? And that's it. And you put the bottom of the box under there, stop it all drizzling out, put that in the oven for about 20 minutes, and it'll be nice and golden and bubbly. It's a luxury cheese, but for just a few extra pence, you could turn it into something that could even be a starter in its own right, and all for £2.60.
You've supercharged that camembert.
Yes, I have. Next, the steak. We could get, say, 20 slices out of that. Suddenly it's going a lot further than that one person. I'm making a crushed garlic marinade with a bit of the thyme.
Why are you oiling the meat rather than oiling the pan?
If you just oil the meat like that, then as soon as it hits the pan, it's going to start frying and you haven't got excess all around. It also makes the pan spit less. Make sure it's really hot. And then leave it alone, okay? Don't start fiddling with it. And that'll be a really good flavour and a really good colour. And then what's really important is you let it rest. If you don't let it rest, it won't be as good. Doesn't matter what you pay for it. Slice thinly into strips and pin with a cocktail stick. Cost per bite, around 20 pence. And swapping a sirloin for a bavette steak would bring it down to around 13p.
Simple to prepare,
Yep.
but that is going to be lovely party food.
It's going to be tasty as.
The family are back. What will they think of Matt's fancy festive finger food?
Hello!
Hello, I'm Matt. hello. All right.
Thank you for helping us road test Christmas. Matt's whipped up some Christmassy treats, haven't you?
Yeah. Shall I go and get them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whoa!
Right, so we've got a little tart there, and this is all from bits and pieces in your fridge. Wow. Right, do you want to dive in? Then you've got this molten cheese underneath.
That is absolutely lovely.
Who does the cooking?
Me. Not very well, though. I wouldn't even know where to start with that.
Well, that's why you've got Matt here in your
Pointing me in
kitchen.
the right direction.
So he's going to help you with saving some money and also with just giving you, it sounds like you need a bit of confidence back in the kitchen.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Christmas is such a pricey time of year and you like to entertain, you've got a big family. How much do you think you spend on Christmas Day and Boxing Day?
About £200 maybe. I always buy too much and get a lot of leftovers.
How much do you think this costs?
£15, £20.
So this lot costs £9.30.
Oh, wow.
So you could probably cater your party for roughly 30 quid?
Yeah,
Something
wow.
like that.
So you're splashing out £100 on your Boxing Day entertaining. This could save you more than 2/3 of that.
Yeah.
Which you perhaps could put to, I don't know, some bubbles or something.
Present for me.
The average price for a UK family for their Christmas meal for 8 people is just under £56. Wow. That works out at £6.99 per head. But that doesn't include a starter. Now, my challenge to you, Matt, is to come up with a Christmas lunch that's going to come in at under £5 per person.
Under £5.
Can you do it?
It's a tall order, but yeah, I'll give it a go.
Is it quite a nice Christmas present having a professional chef?
It is, yeah, it's brilliant. Yeah, we're gonna keep him. We're not going home. We're gonna kidnap him.
While Matt works out his cut-price Christmas menu, I'm on a mission to find out which is the best tasting mince pie for your money.
Do you love mince pies?
Yes.
How do you feel about tasting some lovely mince pies?
I would absolutely love it. Thank you.
85% of the mince pies we buy are supermarket own brand, so we've tracked down the 3 lowest priced from Aldi, Morrison's and Co-op to see which you prefer.
Try a little bit of that.
Pastry is less salty.
Only half full. Goodness me, that's disappointing.
I find the pastry a bit too soft.
Aldi's mince pies cost 79p for a pack of 6, while Morrison's and Co-op both cost £1 for the same number.
It's got more filling.
Could be a luxury mince pie, but I'm not sure.
But which of our budget pies do our testers think are most likely to get Santa smiling?
Quite buttery.
Nice and fruity.
We'll find out later. And Matt gets to work on his Christmas feast for under a £5. Earlier, we put the 3 lowest priced supermarket mince pies from Aldi, Morrison's and Co-op to the taste test.
Only half full. Goodness me, that's disappointing.
But which one came out on top?
Which would you choose? You'd choose B?
C.
C.
You'd both go for C.
Definitely.
I think it's the best one because I like sweet stuff.
Nearly 2/3 of our testers plumped for the Co-op pie.
These ones from the Co-op, £1 for 6.
Oh my goodness me.
Wow.
Claiming the crown as our king of mince pies.
That's it. We're going to the top.
Back in Scarborough, and time for Matt's mega Christmas challenge to cook a sumptuous starter, main and pud for 8 for less than a £5 a head.
David and Helen are helping to get some kitchen confidence. And like every Christmas, the first thing to do is get the bird in the oven.
Matt, what are your top tips for cutting down the cost of that centrepiece Christmas dinner?
Okay, well, this is it. You're looking at it. So this is traditional turkey, but we're only using the crown. Now, the crown is much cheaper to buy. It's quicker to cook. And if we're dealing with just the breasts, then there's not going to be too many leftovers.
This is a frozen turkey, £15.
It's a lot of meat for £15.
That's brilliant.
Good value, isn't it?
Really
Brilliant
good,
value, yeah.
Right, let's get on with it. Once the turkey's fully defrosted, mix some butter seasoned with rosemary and rub it under the turkey's skin to keep the meat moist. Once it's in,
It's like you're wearing a
it's
big
kinda-
glove.
That's it.
It actually feels quite nice.
It's strangely therapeutic. To make sure the turkey cooks evenly, sit it on some chopped celery.
Does it give it some flavour as well?
Absolutely, because we're going to make the gravy in the pan. There's going to be a lot of flavour in that celery.
While the turkey cooks at 190 degrees, it's time for the next part of Matt's challenge to see if he can save some money on the nation's favourite Christmas starter, prawn cocktail.
When you buy Mary Rose sauce, the fact it's got a lovely name, is it basically just mayonnaise and tomato ketchup?
Absolutely, with a few seasonings. Mix the ketchup and mayonnaise together and add some lemon, Worcestershire sauce and cayenne pepper, and you've got a Mary Rose at a fraction of the price. Okay, stick your finger in, taste it. Yeah, happy?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just like the
Cool.
nice shop bought one.
The nice stuff one from the shop.
Yeah.
That's good, that's what you want. Add the prawns to some salad. We're using frozen prawns as they're a third cheaper than fresh. And spoon over the Mary Rose sauce. For a cheaper vegetarian option, swap in avocado.
Look at that. You're spotting your portion, aren't you?
Yeah.
We're also going to make some Melba toast by simply slicing white toast in half. 4 slices of white bread, 8p. Just pile that up.
That looks absolutely
I think
beautiful.
that's for me, I think.
Oh, thanks, Chef.
Those.
Oh, it's quite gorgeous.
How does that compare to what you'd normally make?
No, a million times nicer.
Really? You're just saying that?
No, honestly. Definitely.
So how much do you think that is?
Maybe
Probably
about
15.
15.
£6.12.
Oh,
77p a head.
oh, brilliant.
So, a starter success story. But Matt still has to make a pudding as part of his festive feast for a £5. He's got £4.23 of his budget left and a couple of little helpers.
Okay, so we're doing the Christmas pud, right? Now we've left it right to the last minute. Don't panic. This is going in the microwave. And these are all ingredients that are very easy to get hold of. Mixed brown sugar, mincemeat, cranberry sauce, and 4 tablespoons of treacle. Add in 3 beaten eggs and a dash of dark rum.
There's children present.
The alcohol will be burnt off, I promise, so nobody's going to get drunk. Add some flour and some grated butter. What's that?
Grating
butter. So this butter's frozen, so we'll have layers of butter going through it, so it won't just sink to the bottom. Do you like Christmas pudding?
Never tried it.
Have you never tried it?
You've got to try your own Christmas pudding,
Yeah,
though,
definitely.
haven't you? Now that you've made it. Oh, that looks great.
It does, looks gorgeous.
That looks delicious.
Right, and then we've got our little disc to fit over the top. Now that is going to go into the microwave for about sort of 20 to 25 minutes. Right.
It's incredible.
Should we get a go? Where's your microwave? You got one?
Don't know how to
Go and find it.
Don't know how to put it on medium power, that's for sure.
Just 20 minutes later and it's on the table. Okay.
Whoa.
Do you like cream?
Oh, yeah. That looks like proper Christmas pudding.
Right, let's go.
Dig in.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
That is really nice.
It's much more cakey than a traditional Christmas pudding,
I actually prefer
but it's
that.
kind of fruity. It's quite light.
It's really moist as well.
As well.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, what about cost?
£8 to £10.
£4 and 1.
Oh, not really close.
Just over 4 quid, so 50p a head.
Only £3.73 left to spend now, Matt. While you prepare the spuds, I'm off to get some top tips on buying wine to accompany the meal. Because at Christmas, we spend a massive £590 million on the stuff.
But what are we paying for? And how do we get the best value for our money?
I'm meeting award-winning wine journalist Victoria Moore.
How do we get the best value out of the money we're spending on wine?
One really good tip is that supermarket-owned labels can contain really good wine. The buyers pride themselves on getting something really good to put in that bottle, and so they'll often get a really well-known winery, but you'll pay less money for the wine because it hasn't got their name on it.
But what's also worth bearing in mind is just what you're paying for when you buy wine.
A chunky £2.16 of your cash is going straight on duty. That's whatever the price of the bottle of wine. Roughly 56p is going on logistics and packaging. Then you've got VAT at 20% on top of that. On a £5 bottle of wine, you have an average of 37p spent on the wine itself.
That's extraordinary.
Because the cost of things like transportation and duty are the same on every bottle, if you spend a little bit more, you might get a lot better value.
If you up your spend a little bit to £7.50 a bottle, when you've got £1.50 going on the wine, and at £10 you can have as much as £2.76 going on the bit you're actually going to be drinking. If you look at the numbers, you can see that between £7 and £7.50 you're spending maybe 3 or 4 times as much on the actual wine itself as you are when you're buying a £5 bottle. This is no guarantee that the wine in the bottle will be any good, but it is going to help.
It's also possible to save money by going to less famous regions, often making very similar wine at a fraction of the price.
What are you in the market for today?
I drink Rioja.
My wife likes white, almost exclusively New Zealand.
We have to please everyone at the Christmas table, so a bit of white, bit of red, and a bit of sparkling too.
The main Rioja grape is Tempranillo. If you look for Tempranillo from a different part of Spain, you're likely to get better value because you're not paying for that Rioja premium.
Really?
I'm going to move countries to France and look at Bordeaux. They also make white wine. It tends to be very good value.
I'll give it a try.
If you're buying champagne, I would say have a look at the supermarket-owned labels. You might have written them off, but they are very good. They're good value for money. You could even look for Crémant, which is a sparkling wine still made in France, made in the same way as champagne, but made in different regions, so it doesn't attract the same price tag.
So to get better value, it might be worth trying something new or spending £1 or £2 more.
And I'll say cheers to that.
Back in Scarborough, Matt's challenge was to make a 3-course Christmas dinner for less than £5 a head. He's already impressed with his starter and pudding, but now it's time for the real test. Turkey with all the trimmings.
Okay. Sorry, no, you shout. Okay, so we've got the main event in the oven. We've still got another hour or so to run on that, so we're looking at the vegetables now. Start by pepping up the potatoes. Top tip, store potatoes with apples, and this helps delay sprouting. So we're going to do little Hasselback potatoes. Okay, so the Swedish potato. First, stick a skewer through. And all that's doing is stopping the knife from going all the way through. Okay? Make even cuts around 1 centimetre apart. Drizzle with vegetable oil and coat with butter and garlic.
You can never have too much garlic.
Right.
Nah.
But that might be why I'm single.
So that is that. That goes into the oven, quite a high oven, 180, 190, just till they start crisping up, really. They should take around sort of 30, 40 minutes.
All right,
And
okay.
basting as we go, all right?
Yeah,
So let's
lovely.
get those in here. Next up, a good homemade stuffing. Empty the meat from 4 sausages and add to a bowl with sliced spring onions, a teaspoon of sage, breadcrumbs, and some grated chestnut. The total cost, £1.25.
The packet mix only has, effectively, breadcrumbs and seasoning in it. You are paying
For bread.
Seasoned breadcrumbs.
seasoned breadcrumbs.
Mix everything together and roll into balls.
Getting bigger and bigger.
Like the planet. Like the planet.
Like a main course stuffing ball. Roast in the oven at 180 degrees for around 15 minutes. Next, that love it or loathe it veg that has to be on the Christmas table, Brussels sprouts. Excited about sprouts?
Your sprouts.
You are. Right.
That's the problem. We throw away 17 million sprouts at Christmas dinner.
Yeah.
What about other households?
To make sprouts that will convert even the most die-hard sprouterphobe, slice them thinly and toss it into a pan with some softened onions, chopped bacon and thyme. Now you could add a splash of wine at this point. Right.
Did someone say open a bottle of wine? Everything's coming together, but is it coming together at under £5 a head?
We'll see. To finish off the Christmas showpiece, fry some parboiled carrots in butter and salt and pepper. Then drizzle some honey and whole grain mustard over some softened parsnips. For a full festive gravy, deglaze the turkey pan on the hob, combining the juices with some flour and some cranberry sauce.
Time to see what the family thinks and whether Matt came in under his £5 a head target.
Come in,
Come
yes!
in, come in.
Oh, wow.
It was sweet, isn't it?
Look at this.
Just like every year, the grandmas are here.
There we go, darling. Sprouts! Of course, you're missing sprouts!
Who wants sprouts?
Yay! Happy Christmas! Happy Christmas! How are the potatoes?
It's all absolutely amazing.
Have you tried the stuffing? Wow.
How much do you think that costs?
Well, put your hand away.
Okay, so how much do you think all that cost?
Yeah, to get it under £5 a head.
Yeah.
£5 a head.
Did I do it?
Can't see how you did it.
No?
No.
Okay, so the whole thing come to £33.80.
Wow.
For all that, £4.23 a head. So yes, I did it! Yay! Get me!
I can't believe that's how much it was. That was absolutely brilliant.
The average cost of a family Christmas dinner is £6.99 per head.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
that's the main course in the pudding. That doesn't include the starter. No. And compared to what you're currently spending on Christmas lunch, you could save a fortune.
Absolute fortune.
I think that deserves a
Happy Christmas, one and all.